doing? So it turns out everyone's into dragon porn. Who knew? And by dragon porn, I mean romantasy books. So think werewolves, dragons, vampires, fairies, with added romance. And hey, whatever you're into, like no dragons are harmed in the writing of those books, but you would assume it was quite niche. But no, the most selling book of any genre in the last few months is a book called Onyx Storm, and it's dragon porn. Oh, in the middle, good. Actually, that might not be true anymore because the new Hunger Games book came out. And I know what you're wondering. Did I take the day off work to read on the release day? Yes, I did. Is it a prequel, so I knew what was going to happen anyway? Also, yes. Was it a month ago and I'm still devastated by the ending? Also, yes. I was into the first lot of Hunger Games books. You can add your own fat joke now. Okay. But I thought it came out when I was like 12 and it was like a really formative thing. I looked it up, I was 22. I had a pet hamster called Katniss in my mid-20s. But back to the dragon porn. So I tell you about this book, Onyx Storm. So, there's humans and there's dragons, and the humans get bonded with the dragons and then go and fight the bad guys. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So to give you an idea of the vibe, like a major plot point is that when they have sex, the main couple, she shoots lightning bolts everywhere by accident because it's her dragon power, and he brings up bad energy from the earth and then might become a bad guy. So I read all 3 books, 5 stars. So some of you might remember, if you're old enough, when 50 Shades of Grey came out, which everyone, including your mum, definitely read, but I've never seen on anyone's bookshelf. There were 150 million copies sold. Where have they gone? So in this romantic genre, the most popular books are called ACOTAR, which is a court of thorns and roses. Anyone read them?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So in this world, there's humans and there's fairies. And the fairies are kind of like the humans, but they have pointy ears, and some of them can like fly or shoot fire or shapeshift, that kind of thing. And then there's some good fairies and bad fairies, and they fight. So then there'll be a sex scene, like a normal kind of human sex scene, and then it will say something like, and then he bites on her pointy ears. Or she wraps her legs around his waist, being careful of his wings. Good stuff, guys. Really good stuff. And the progression is ridiculous. The first book is like so wholesome. It's basically like Pride and Prejudice. It's like fleeting looks everywhere, literally going on picnics in meadows. And then by book 5, all sex. No plot anymore. All sex. Which is concerning because the new book's coming out soon, and who knows what's going to happen with them. And you know, that's fine, like consenting adults can do what they want, especially if they're imaginary. But it is worth pointing out that he is 500 years old and she is 25. That is not okay. The good thing for me is you're not allowed to judge me for this, because I recently got an autism diagnosis. Yay! It's literally a jail-free card. I was in a meeting with important people and used the phrase, I can say what I want because I'm autistic, and everyone just accepted that. I've got this band thing. They don't police these, you buy them off Amazon. I'm going to push in so many queues, there's so many free carers, I'm living the dream. So like most people in the world, I got an ADHD diagnosis a few years ago, and it turns out that for some people, if you treat the ADHD, the autism comes out to play. So I was doing comedy before I knew I was autistic, but there were signs. This is ideal, I can barely see you. The further away I am, the lack of eye contact, that's the dream. I also have an extensive list of how much a pint of Diet Coke costs in all the pubs of London. Between £2.50 and £4.90 if you're interested. It's terrible. I'm actually not that great at being autistic. I don't like trains, that's meant to be a thing. And I've been on fancy trains, like bullet trains in Japan, over the fjords in Norway, a steam train in South Africa. Yeah, it's fine. There is one exception. The DLR's quite good, isn't it? Yeah. When you're at the front and it's like you're driving the train. It's no coincidence I live in Woolwich. I nearly failed the autism test because apparently my social skills are too good, which is funny if you've met me. But apparently I'm just such an anxious people pleaser that I've just learned to cosplay as a normal person. Relatable content. If you have any more Dragon Ball recommendations, I'm available after the show. Thanks, guys.